At exactly 12:01 a.m., a cat argued with a dinosaur about how to stop a vengeful mummy from turning the moon into a pancake. And that was not the weirdest part of the night. Welcome to the Grand Museum of Marvels, a place where time folds in on itself. History doesn't just live, it parties. And the exhibits? Well, they're not as lifeless as you've been told. It's a place most people only visit during the day, when everything is safely tucked behind velvet robes and shatterproof glass. But when the clock strikes midnight, something extraordinary happens. The air hums with magic, the exhibits stir, and one cat, in a bow tie sharper than your grandpa's mustache, takes center stage. Meet Midnight, Tuxedo cat, silent prowler, proud guardian of the museum after hours. He doesn't meow, he judges. With golden eyes that could cut through lies like butter on a summer day, Midnight has seen things that would turn a night guard's hair ghost white. But tonight's different, because something ancient has awakened. It began in the Egyptian wing. Midnight was mid-patrol, leaping gracefully over sarcophagi, when a gust of wind blew through the sealed chamber. The lights flickered, the temperature dropped, and then the glass case of Pharaoh Hotep the slightly moody shattered. Hotep wasn't your average mummy. Oh no, he was cursed with mild irritation and the power to control ancient relics. And boy, did he wake up cranky. With a stretch and a sneeze that shook the hieroglyphs off the wall, Hotep rose from his golden bed. "I have been slumbering for 3,000 years, he wheezed, unraveling slightly, and I am very behind on my evil plans. Midnight bolted toward the Jurassic exhibit. If anything could help stop an ancient sorcerer mummy, it was a 12-foot-tall, reassembled fossil with anger issues. Meet Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, technically dead, mostly bones, all sass. "Wake up, Rex," Midnight yowled, swatting a lever connected to the exhibit's magical current. "Urgh, what now?" Rex grumbled. "Did some brat drop a juice box in my ribcage again?" Midnight arched a brow. "Hotep's loose." Silence. Then Rex's skull turned slowly. "You mean the Hotep, the cursed pharaoh who tried to summon the moon waffle? I thought we buried that lunatic under the Hall of Forgotten Maps." Midnight flicked his tail. Apparently not deep enough. Meanwhile, chaos was blooming across the museum. Artifacts blinked to life like forgotten dreams. The samurai armor was dueling a Roman gladiator in the Hall of Heroes. A bunch of Viking helmets had formed a chanting choir, and the gift shop's tiny snow globes were levitating, raining sparkles like glitter bombs. Hotep, now wrapped in glitter and outrage, floated down the hall of constellations, chanting in long-dead tongues, raising relics with every breath. His goal? To rearrange the stars. You see, Hotep believed that if he realigned the constellations using the museum's enchanted orrery, a cosmic machine in the astronomy wing, he could reshape time and make every Monday into a Saturday. Forever. Cool idea? Maybe. Catastrophically dangerous? Absolutely. Midnight and Rex charged down the halls. Midnight a sleek blur, Rex galloping with the grace of a broken wheelbarrow. But just as they reached the astronomy wing, bam! A wall of enchanted scrolls shot up, blocking their path. "Cursed parchment," Rex growled, swinging his tail, only for the scrolls to wrap around his skull like a mummy wig. Midnight hissed, diving through a narrow gap and sprinting ahead alone. Inside, Hotep was mid-incantation, glowing with stolen stardust. The orrery spun wildly, planets colliding in orbits that should not exist. The moon on its track had turned bright blue and pancake-shaped. "I shall remake the world in my breakfasty image," Hotep cackled. "Feast upon the syrup eclipse." Midnight skidded to a stop. He had no magic, no muscles, just claws, brains, and a very specific knowledge of museum schematics. And that's when he saw it, the control lever. The museum had built-in magical override switches, one in every major wing, powered by the founder's enchanted hairpieces. Don't ask. Midnight leapt. The mummy turned. Too slow. The lever slammed down with a clunk. The orrery froze. The stars blinked back into place. The moon deflated back to its proper non-pancake shape. and Hotep. Well, have you ever seen a mummy get sucked back into a tomb like spaghetti into a vacuum? Yeah, that happened. The museum slowly settled. The artifacts returned to slumber. Rex, still wrapped in scrolls, shuffled in like a very confused burrito. "You did it," he said, blinking his empty sockets. "You actually did it." Midnight sat, licking one paw. "Of course I did. Who else was going to save breakfast?" They stood there for a moment, the cat and the dinosaur skeleton, gazing up at the orrery now gently spinning under a dome of stars. "Same time tomorrow?" Rex asked. Midnight yawned. "Hopefully not." And so the museum returned to peace, at least until the next midnight, when the shadows grow long, the exhibits stir, and a tuxedo cat prepares once again to save the world with style. Because in the Grand Museum of Marvels, history never sleeps, and neither does midnight.